Hey there, party people. It's Antonia from A1 Fit Coaching, aka Lady Meathead, and on this edition of Meathead Mondays, we are going to continue our series on nutrition by talking about reverse diets, something that you've probably never heard of, but that you should probably do. And we're going to talk about cutting or dieting and bulking. So sit tight, get your pen and pencil out, get ready to learn some shit. Here we go. Hopefully you watched my last video about finding your maintenance, because let me reiterate again, you should not be going on any sort of a diet or trying to bulk or increase muscle without knowing your true maintenance, all right? So if you didn't watch that video and you didn't figure it out, go ahead and do that first. Once you know your maintenance, then you can do three things. You can go on a reverse diet, you can bulk, or you can cut. But first and foremost is those maintenance numbers, okay? So reverse dieting, what the heck is reverse dieting? I'm sure that many of you have not heard of this term. Reverse dieting is a term used to describe what happens after you've been at a very low caloric intake. So note that I didn't say this is what happens at the end of the diet, although it is what happens at the end of a diet. But this is also a very important tool for people who have chronically been on really low calorie consumption. So, for women that are only eating 1,000 to 1,500 calories a day, men that are eating 1,500 to 2,000 calories a day. If you're an active individual, and once again, I'll preface this by saying it depends, and this is why you need to work with a fucking coach, okay? It depends on the person. But when you are chronically using those really low calories, it's not good for your body. It becomes really stressful. And remember, these videos are a high level overview, but basically what happens is that your body gets used to functioning on really low calories. So what most people generally want to do is that they want to jump straight into a diet. But the reason why we need to reverse diet first is because let's say you're on a diet, or let's say you're not on a diet, you've just been used to eating 1,200 calories every day. So to lose weight, you need to decrease the amount of intake that you're consuming, right? So, but if you're starting at 1,200 calories, how low are you going to be able to go before you're basically not eating anything? You're eating 800 calories a day or 500 calories a day. And even if you could get to that level, what is your general quality of life going to be like? It's probably going to be trash. So what we do with the reverse diet is that we slowly, very, very slowly, we increase your calories until we get to that tipping point. So remember, just like with your maintenance, you're taking pictures, you're weighing yourself, you're measuring yourself, so you have a shit ton of data points. And then we know, for example, if we start you out at 1,500 calories, or that's what you're coming to me with, you're at 1,500 calories, we're gonna increase your calories, and then hopefully we can get you to like around 2,000 before we actually start dieting, because then we know over the course of the diet, you're not going to get down to 800 calories. You might only get down to 1,500. Once again, the variability here is absolutely enormous, and the benefit of working with a coach is that they make you be patient, because y'all don't wanna be patient. So cutting or dieting, how the heck do you do that? As I just mentioned, you always want to diet with the largest amount of calories possible. So this means that you don't need to cut 200 or 500 calories a day from your diet every day to lose a pound a week. What we want to aim for is a rate of weight loss of about 1% of your body weight. So once again, this depends on many factors. If you're morbidly obese, this is obviously going to be different for you, all right? So let's say your average person who wants to lose anywhere 20 to 50 pounds, okay? So we're looking for about half a pound to a pound and a half, right? Depending on what 1% is per week. So the reason that we don't want to do that any more quickly is because the faster that you do this, the more likely you are to lose muscle mass. So remember, weight loss is all about losing fat mass, but we need to retain our lean body mass or our muscle mass, because our bodies are just like a furnace. Okay, so your metabolism is like a furnace. The more muscle that you have, the more fat that you're burning around the clock, the more calories that we're burning around the clock. So we need to make sure that we keep that furnace fuel lit, right? So that we can keep burning all around the clock. So slow and steady weight of slow and steady rate of weight loss is super important. So this means that even though 3,500 calories in a week, right? We love to say, oh, a pound of weight is 3,500 calories in a week. So that means you need to cut 500 calories a day. No, that's not how it works. People can see changes anywhere from, in my experience, something as low as even 40 calories a day can make a difference. On average, I shoot for about 200 calories every 2 weeks with my clients. Once again, it depends. Keep an eye on all of those data points to make sure that it's not going too quickly. And then bulking or gaining muscle. How the hell do you do this? Well, once again, it depends. The rate at which you can gain muscle depends on a shit ton of things like your age, your sex, your nutrition, right? But the main thing that it's going to depend on is your experience. So for example, newbie gains happens to beginners. They're super exciting, which is where they can lose a bunch of fat and they can gain a bunch of muscle all at the same time, all right? But for people who have been regularly lifting, your body is much slower to adapt because you're a lot closer to wherever your potential is than someone who's a total beginner. I hope that makes sense. So for men, you can expect anywhere from about 1 to possibly 2 pounds of muscle gain per month versus women, you can expect more about 0.5 pound to 1 pound. Once again, this depends on a huge variety of factors. The most important things that you guys need to make sure that you are being very fucking patient, and you need to make sure that your nutrition is dialed in, you're getting all of your protein, you're getting your carbs, you're getting your fats, all of the macronutrients. Macronutrients are very important, right? And we need to make sure that you are progressively overloading in the gym. So it means that we are making your training harder and harder using a variety of different values every single time. All right, so you need to take your nutrition and you need to take your training, and these two strategies need to be complementary. Plus, you need to be fucking realistic. So that's it for this week's Meathead Mondays. I hope you guys enjoyed that. Once again, these are meant to be a high level overview because every person is so different. I'm not withholding information from you guys on purpose or just to get you as clients. But I did want to say that I have a nutrition ebook coming out at the beginning of next month, and that is going to go into all of this much more in depth. And as always, if you guys would like to work with me one-on-one, you can find the link to apply to coaching somewhere in or around this video. You can book your consult today and we can chat and see if we are a good fit to work together. So that's it for Meathead Mondays. This is Lady Meathead. Thank you so much for joining me again. Don't forget to share with your friends, and I'll talk to you guys next week. See ya.